The Naturalist role has now been out for a couple weeks, and in that time I've been looking at different people's YouTube videos, different people's streams, and analysing some of the common mistakes players are making when going through this role. By highlighting the mistakes players make, we can easily avoid them, meaning that we'll get more money, more gold and more XP, better value for our time. Before I do go into the video, if you do want to see me go through this role live, then I am streaming over on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. There is a link in the description that will take you over to Twitch. Head over to there, drop a follow, and you'll be notified the next time I go live. If you have any more questions about Red Dead, then we also have a Discord channel with over 2,000 members. So if you would also like to join that, there is a link to that in the description as well. Getting back into the video, for this I am also going to include the Trapper. The Trapper can only be unlocked if you go into the Naturalist role, and even though they are complete opposites, one loves animals, don't want to see them be harmed, but the other wants to kill animals to use those pelts for garments, they are both attained at the exact same time. And that is when you go over to the Naturalist for the first time and you go through the cinematic. Starting off, the first mistake is trying to find legendary animals at the beginning. When you first go into the Naturalist cinematic, Harriet will end up drugging you at the end, and when you spawn back into the world, you'll wake up and you'll have this legendary animal map. You would think that this is Rockstar telling you to go to these locations to find legendary animals, but this would be a complete waste of time when you could be using it elsewhere, trying to rank up to rank 5. Now, I'm not saying that legendary animals within free roam are a complete waste, I'm telling you that it's a complete waste at the beginning, because the chances of you finding these legendary animals are extremely slim. But by ranking up to rank 5, to rank 10, to rank 15 and rank 20 within the Naturalist, you would have a higher chance of getting one of these legendary animals to spawn in. But that also does mean if you reverse that and you have only just started, which you have at this point, you're rank 1, it means that this is the lowest chance that you will find a legendary animal. So don't waste your time. Instead, take this time to use the sedative to just get samples of every other animal within the game. You can then get the XP from that by selling those samples to Harriet, by completing different categories within the animal field book. And once you're at rank 5, that's when you can go into legendary animals, but these as missions for Harriet. Eventually you'll get to rank 10, rank 15, and then finally rank 20. At rank 20, that is when you can spend some time looking for legendary animals. That's when you'll have the ultimate chance of them spawning in for you. By all means, if you're trying to get samples of every other animal, you're sedating them, getting samples, storing that in the animal field book, and all of a sudden it pops up on your map to say that a legendary animal is nearby, definitely go for it because they are rare. But don't actively search for them, especially at a low rank. The second mistake is thinking animal pheromones increases the chances of legendary animals spawning in. I've done a number of different tests, but it is only used if the animal has already spawned in. There have been a few videos going about that shows players using animal pheromones and then the alert comes. That is when the legendary animal has spawned in. But throughout of all my tests, this is extremely not worth it. I've even gone to legendary animal locations, not had the animal spawn in, and then throw about 40 legendary animal pheromones just to test this. I spent thousands and thousands and thousands, and even if it did increase the chances of a legendary animal spawning in, we can see that if I have used thousands and thousands of dollars just to test this out, that it is not worth it. Because even if it did spawn in, we're still talking about me spending thousands literally to get an animal pelt that can sell for anywhere between $30 to $50. So it is not worth it. Animal pheromones are only there to be used once the legendary animal spawns in, as it will show it pulsing. You would then use the legendary animal pheromones to get the exact location as this animal tries to escape. So there is a time to use legendary animal pheromones, but you don't actually have to use it as often as you would think. For most of the animals, they will not try to run away, and even if they do try to escape, you are most likely on horseback, you can most likely catch up. It's only in a situation where there's an obstacle in your way. Maybe you're trying to chase the Mazacuga and the Mazacuga is a lot higher up on one of those rock faces and you're a lot lower down. So therefore you need to find a different way to get on top of that rock face so you're able to catch up. In those situations, that's when you're probably going to want to use the animal pheromones. But these are still extremely rare situations, as most animals are on flat land, and a lot of them are predators in which they'll try to hunt you down. So keep some animal pheromones on you, but you don't have to use them. You're probably only using one pheromone every 6 legendary animals that you come across within free roam. Moving on to the third mistake. Players are not using Animal Reviver at the lower ranks. This is a mistake. Yes, before anyone says it and before anyone clicks off the video, it is expensive. But if you've got the money to buy Animal Reviver between rank 1 to rank 5, do it, because it means you will rank up quicker. It gives you 13 XP for every animal you revive. But this is very simple economics. In business, most things will cost you time or money. By not using Animal Reviver, it costs you time. So it takes you longer to rank up to get to rank 5, which is when you can start going into legendary animal missions, but that will take you longer, it costs time. Or you can spend more money, which reduces the amount of time that it takes. So if you're there between rank 1 to rank 5 and you're wanting to make money within this role, you need to spend more money to get to a position where you can actually make money back, where you can make profit. If you refuse to spend money, that's when it's going to cost you more time. And I am all for putting money in to make things go quicker, because it would mean that I would be at rank 20 a lot quicker, and it would mean that I would be at rank 20 for a lot longer. So now I'm maximizing the chances of me finding what I want to find within the world, getting the most out of this role in the quickest time possible. For the money that I spent on animal revivers, I've made that back. I've very easily made that back by selling samples and getting legendary animal samples and selling them to Harriet. And now whatever money I make in this role, it is just profit. The next mistake that I've seen players making is selling carcasses to Gus McMillan. Hear me out with this one. I'm not saying that going to Gus is a mistake. I'm not saying that selling animal parts to Gus is a mistake. I think it goes without saying, but I think we all prefer Gus over Harriet. But be careful what he asks for. If he asks for a pelt, give him a pelt. So many of us, and this also includes me, have ended up donating carcasses to Gus and it ended up needing a pelt. A very good example of this is the legendary animals. If you donate a legendary animal pelt to Gus, you can make a garment out of it. And I think this is the coolest addition to the game. It's the thing that's taken the longest to complete, but it requires pelts. If you come across a beaver, a fox, a medium-sized animal which you can pick up and stow on the back of your horse, please do not take that full carcass all the way over to Gus and sell the carcass, because if you sell the carcass, he will not register that he can probably break it down and make a pelt out of it. It just registers as you just sold a legendary animal carcass. And you don't unlock anything for selling a carcass. You only unlock garments by selling pelts, so just be careful. There's also other situations where it would ask for other animal pelts that aren't legendary animals. If you donate a carcass, it does not work. This has been a massive mistake that I've seen players do. I even did it for my first legendary animal. I found a beaver, I picked it up, chucked it on the back of my horse, went over to Gus, sold it to Gus, got money out of it, didn't get the garment. Now I need to find that legendary beaver again. I would love for Rockstar to change this, but there's other issues right now within the game that need Rockstar's attention. For now, we just need to be more aware about this issue and make sure that we're not making this mistake. The fifth mistake I've got on my list, and it's something that has helped me out massively, and that is not having notifications turned on. Notifications for the game will pop up top left, and these will give you tips when going through Red Dead Online. Because I try to get cinematic footage for my videos at a very early stage, I turned notifications off, and I haven't really needed them. But when I've been looking for legendary animals, I've noticed that the pulse that happens on the minimap sometimes is just out of sight, sometimes you miss it. I've missed it a couple times and my streams got very mad at me because of this. So what I've ended up doing is putting the notification on. So even though it's pulsating on the minimap to say that a legendary animal is close and it sends a pulse out and then slowly fades out, I've got a notification on my screen that can stay there for 10-15 seconds. So I shouldn't be able to miss that notification. If I see that, I know that a legendary animal is close. I can stop, look at my minimap and wait for the next pulse to show the direction in which I need to go to. Since having this, it's been a lot easier to find legendary animals. I still need them to spawn in, but now I know that I'm not going to make the mistake of completely missing it and actually carrying on with whatever it is I was doing and end up missing that legendary animal. I know exactly what has spawned in around me, and all I need to do is wait for it to now show up on my minimap again, and I can head straight to that location. It's just made life so much easier, and I don't have to worry about missing out. And then finally, the last mistake, and this is a mistake that goes around every single role, and that is buying the rank 5 or the rank 10 Gypsy Cop horse. Only buy the rank 20. Yes, the rank 5 and rank 10 are cheaper than the rank 20, but the reason the rank 20 is $950 is because it is considerably better. You're buying for the stats, and you can max out certain areas of the Gypsy Cop by having the right saddle, being the Nacogdoches saddle, and also the right stirrups, being the hooded stirrups, and then getting this to bonding level 4, which isn't too hard. You just need to spend a bit of time riding your horse. As soon as that's done, you're looking at max stamina and also max health, which is better than what you would get for rank 5 or rank 10 Gypsy Cop. But anyway guys, those are the biggest mistakes that I've seen players making when going through this naturalist role. Quite a few of them have been my mistakes, but I've also seen different Twitch streamers and also different YouTube videos where these mistakes have been shown. Now that we know some of the biggest mistakes, it should be easier for you guys to avoid them. So you should now be more efficient with your time that you put into this role, and hopefully that will result in a better experience or even just give you a bit more money, gold and XP. If I have missed out any mistakes, then let me know in the comment section down below. If you do want to see me go through this naturalist role live, then as said at the beginning, I am streaming on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. If you're unable to make it to the streams but you do still have some questions that are related to Red Dead Online, then we do have a Discord server with over 2,000 members. I feel pretty confident to say that if I do not know the answer to your question, I guarantee one of those 2,000 members will definitely know the answer. So there's also a link to that in the description. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.